One Bitcoin metric has just flipped insanely bullish and could be the signal that we have been waiting for the next major pump here to the upside. I'm not saying it's happening right now, but it is a huge indication where the next move might lead to. If you want to know what this metric exactly is and be part of the longest stream for this year, then stick around and let's go, guys. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this, what is it, Tuesday, the day before Christmas. So let me actually come here a little bit more in the frame before we get going. I hate this that I have to move this every day slightly around. Let's see, this, just a little bit. I'll leave it like that. Hope everybody's fine with that. We jump directly into the content. We will do some live trading most likely here today. I will stay for a really long time on the stream as long as I feel like it. Might be an hour, might be 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, who knows. So, but we jump here now straight into the chart. So first of all, the DXY broke down here exactly as I predicted it yesterday based on the repurchase that happened yesterday. So we are now below 98 points and I expect here continuation over the days in between Christmas and New Year, because if I'm not mistaken, Wall Street is closed over the Christmas holidays. I think they're trading tomorrow. I never paid attention to that, but I think they are closed. They're open tomorrow, closed after tomorrow, as far as I know. So yeah, so here I expect continuation on the DXY to the downside. Then again, we have the holiday break, and then in between Christmas and New Year, the days in between, we're also going to get continuation into lower levels. Now, on Bitcoin, on the 12-hourly chart, nothing major has basically shifted here. When we just look at the massive trading range that Bitcoin is currently trading in, even after that surprising move to the downside that we saw yesterday when we tried to break here above $90,500. So as you can see here, we just keep consolidating in that range. But here's something that caught my eye today, and that's why I had drawn this chart. So let me just get this right here. This is here the mid-range. The mid-range is giving us currently support at around $87,000. And this is a really good sign for any continuation back into the overhead resistance of $92,600 to $94,500 approximately. At the same time, we are also putting in here a new uptrend. So if you here disregard this deviation out of these two candles, then we have here a new established uptrend. I just want to make this a little bit thinner. That we are currently respecting in that trading range. So as long as we are staying above this upward sloping trend line, we should see another attempt here to break the interim resistance level here of $90,350, because this is where we currently always get rejected. This is also where the point of control is sitting on the 4-hourly chart that I had shown you the other day, also yesterday. And yeah, this is the most important level that Bitcoin needs to break here to have any chance to move above the $100,000 mark. So, but a bigger move is definitely looming right now for Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you that in a second what this exactly is. So let me have a quick look here. How many people are here? Nice, guys. Smash up the like button so that we get actually more people on the stream here. Is this here already? What is this? I cannot read this. There's a really strange metric here. Ah, okay, there I can see that. Smash up the like button, guys. Cost you nothing to do that, and I appreciate that. So let's move on here on this chart pattern. The bump and run pattern also here, nothing has majorly shifted after that pullback yesterday. We are still here above the downward sloping trend line. We are holding support just below, again here, $87,000, and as long as we are holding that, also here I expect continuation from that pattern structure into higher levels. On the rising wedge pattern, here more or less the same thing. Here we are talking about $89,000 to break, to return shortly afterwards back into the rising wedge pattern and flip this here into invalidation and continuation to the upside. Yesterday we retested the upward sloping trend line, saw a harsh rejection from that over here, and got pulled below the $89,000 threshold. So there is, from what I gathered, no other technical reason than the rejection from this upward sloping trend line that pushed Bitcoin back into the current price range. So there was no news, there was nothing else majorly happening that led to Bitcoin getting rejected and coming back here into these levels. Because here, the only reason that you can technically find is, like I said, the rejection from the rising wedge pattern and the point of control, because we ran yesterday here again into the point of control and saw another rejection from there to the downside. We are now trading again below the EMA ribbon, but on the 4-hourly chart we are above $87,600. Also here we need to hold this level to have a chance to get above the EMA ribbon for continuation. At the same time, altcoins have also bleeded massively. We're also going to get into this, and this is not good. But I was still able to pull some money out of the market even while this was happening, and I can show you this here in a second if you want to. So here on the volume fixed range, my microphone is a little bit in the way, so I have to move my head here a little bit around to see what's happening here. We are currently facing some resistance from this trading block. So this goes all the way up to $88,400 approximately, and is also the top side of the EMA ribbon. So we have here two areas that are two different things that are giving us currently resistance to see a substantial move in direction of the $90,000 level. So if we lose the current range, then the next one just below, where currently is also our short-term support, 87,000, 87,150, will then come back into play. Lose that and we go all the way back here to the bottom of the range to $85,600 once more. But we are not there yet. So what is that one metric that I have found that is telling me that there's definitely a bigger move coming in a not so distant future for us? So the metric that I was looking at are the funding rates. Look at these funding rates. They are all slightly in minus or completely cooled down, and this is never lasting for a long time. So when you see funding rates that low, especially here for Bitcoin and also other coins here across the board, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, XRP is here heavily running into negative funding rates, then you know there is a bigger move not far away. The same here for BNB, for Bitcoin Cash. There are so many of them. AVAX, massively negative funding rates. There is a squeeze coming. There is not much time for that to take advantage of, but you need, of course, to be a little bit careful here, because there could be volatility around that, and that can lead to liquidation hunts on both sides. But once that move is coming, once that real move is coming, you're going to see it. So that will be a substantial move here when the funding rates move to the other spectrum, on the going to the other side of the spectrum. So, and I'm going to show you here also again in another minute where I expect that move to be coming from. So here on the 50 minutes chart might be your first early sign from where we're going to get that move, and that is here the blue line. I have to actually look up what moving average this is. This is the 50 moving average. So 50 moving average on the 50 minutes chart. So once we are breaking above that and close the 50-minute candle above this, this could be your first early sign that Bitcoin is starting to rally here back to the upside. And then of course we have our Jane Street trading window coming up in basically starting in 25 minutes, where we're going to find out if they again push it to the upside or if they play the old shenanigans and push price again into lower levels. So for now I cannot tell you in which direction it's going here, what Jane Street is doing, but from a technical perspective we're not looking that bad. to getting here a move at least into the 200 moving average at $88,700 approximately. So that could extend again into a move here into resistance of $89,000. And I just want right now, so if you want to trade this live with me, do the same thing. I'm going to set up here now an alarm for crossing $87,800 is what I'm looking for to enter here. I know this alarm will be super annoying. Maybe I should go and wait. Where is this alarm? Where did it go now? Ah, here. Okay, there. Because I know this one is really, really noisy. Okay, free note verb for once. Okay, because I know this is super annoying. So I just want this once. So here, short-term support again tested at $87,350 approximately. And this could be another sign that Jane Street is first moving it down. You know, so if we are breaking below that into the time window where they are trading with the algos for like an hour or two, I would be not surprised to see something like that. You know, so that here for like 2-3 hours it goes down, and then here down here somewhere it reverses back to the upside. So actually also let me also set up a trade alert all the way down here, just if we are getting there. So I think 87,000 would not hold today if we come lower, but we will see then most likely here 86,500. So another alert, 86,500. And then you just market buy at these levels. You're not waiting, you just market buy. So that's personally what I'm intending to do here once we are getting this. So then I have something special for you guys today, because tomorrow is Christmas. So I came up with something with TapBit. 10 people can get $50. If you sign up on TapBit and deposit at least $250, you get $50 for Christmas, guys, directly into your spot account. So you can withdraw that money if you want to. So there is a link just below in the description where you can sign up, and there is the link for the right campaign, guys. $50 for the 10 first people. Sign up there, deposit $250, you get $50 straight away from TapBit for Christmas back into your pocket that you can trade with. So now on the liquidation heat map, we see here a reason why we should come first a little bit lower, because first of all, price action is closer to that cluster down here, could lead to a long squeeze and a liquidation cascade all the way down to like $86,300 approximately, but it will just wick down and then turn around, go back to the upside. So but something that you definitely should pay attention to right now, since price is moving here slightly to the downside, as you can see. Yeah, in 5 minutes we're going to find out if that current support level, that short-term support in the 15-minute chart is holding, or if we break down and continue into lower levels here. On the Bitcoin dominance, we are slightly above the 59.57% level. Nothing to worry about just yet. Also, basically just where we also were yesterday. Don't need to talk about this here. On the total free market cap, we see a rejection from $835 billion. Was kind of expected at some point with the weak action that we saw here around that level. No distinctive move above this, even not a proper attempt to go here to like $856 billion. So we are going now to the next logical support level below that, to $816 billion. So this is a short-term target that I see here before we reverse then to the upside. If you want to trade altcoins with me, guys, do it on WEEX. There you get $400, also absolutely for free, just for binding your phone, email address, downloading the app. And another $400 if you deposit $500. Plus that you get access here to the Telegram group where we had a killer trade here on Monero, and I will send also later there a new trade. So if you want to be part of that group, send an email to info@amcrypto.us with your WEEX user ID if once you have deposited $500, or reach out on Telegram or on Twitter, AMCrypto Alex. Both, all of these ways are okay to get access to that group. Just don't try to just simply join it. I said it yesterday. We check by hand if you have followed all the steps. If you don't get access. It's that simple. Now, Ethereum is seeing a rejection from the $2,978 level, which is not good, but will maybe lead to that you get a really good opportunity to buy Ethereum one more time down here at $2,780 approximately. We would, I think on a higher time frame, put in a W pattern. Yeah, here on a 12-hourly chart, we would put in another W formation. You have seen here the last one has played out quite nicely. So here we are putting in potentially another one. And then once we break above $3,000 more or less, breaking the neckline, you get a move again to $3,300 from there. But you can already take advantage of that whole setup when you enter here, once price reaches that level. Because if we are seeing here over the next coming hours further rejection and continuation and a break of support here of $2,900, then yeah, I think that we come down another 3-4% here to tap this level once more and then reverse back to the upside. On the daily chart, you get a better understanding why this might be the most likely outcome, because here we are losing the VPVR cluster that we are currently trading in, and that stops here at $2,937. We are just $5 away from losing this level. And once we are losing that, the next major level of support comes in at $2,800 to $2,740 here, based on the visible volume range. Also, the indicators are not looking that good right now. Here the MACD is rolling over, the RSI is rolling over, stochastic printing a sell signal if we are not getting here a bounce today, which leads again to further momentum to the downside, favoring here touching $2,780 and then making here a move to $3,100, $3,300. Solana, more or less the same thing, but on the 4-hourly chart we are bottoming out. On the stochastic RSI, the RSI is still slightly pointing down, but we see here also Solana bouncing slightly in price action. And the major thing that's still bearish here is the MACD. Once you see MACD turning around, whoa, I have a cat hair in my eye somehow, I think. Yeah, I got it. Crazy. I had a cat hair in my eye. Yeah, so once you see the MACD turning around, that will be a safe signal to enter here in a new long position, regardless where price is at that moment. So then Monero, so I'm still trading Monero in and out. That's why I have that chart actually open. So because I was trading this here the last 3 days now. This was the original setup that can go away. So here $436 is currently short-term support, but I think this might not be holding when I look at the indicators. Only the RSI is like the thing that looks here most bullish right now. But stochastic, MACD pointing to the downside, opening us up here to reach the overall bottom of that parallel downward sloping channel here at $430. I think that might be a short-term target, 1.5% lower before we are seeing here a substantial bounce back to the upside. So I was actually yesterday quite lucky. I don't want to mention this here. Yesterday when I was trading this, really late. I have to check here what time this actually was, and let me move the microphone a little bit out of my face that I can see a little bit better what's happening on the chart. So yesterday I was trading this, I think here in that range at that moment in time. So 10 hours from now, no, this is here in that area. Yeah, so yesterday I was trading this here in this area 2 times in and out. So, and I was lucky, really lucky, that I closed the last trade kind of here. And then I was like contemplating, should I get back in, because price started to rally again to the upside. Should I get back? Oh, actually here, this candle was where I got out. So then you can see here price pulled back, turned around, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's breaking out now, maybe I should get back in. But then I looked at all the indicators. Look at this here at the same time. There, here, there. And then I was, oh, this looks like it starts to turn down. Maybe I should stay out of it. And then I went to sleep. I wake up and Monero went to shit. So I was like, wow, amazing. You know, I dodged a bullet there. I would have definitely lost that trade. So yeah, I was happy that that did not happen to me yesterday. And also today I made some money here between here and that candle. So also here already for today, a nice successful trade. So now I'm basically looking for a new trade. And this time I want to take you guys along with me so that we can trade here something together. So let me know in the chat if I should look over some specific coins that you guys would like to see while I'm taking a sip here. And I will always go back and forth here to Bitcoin. Oh, something else that we should have a quick look at is Hyperliquid. So I know now, but everybody, there's like many people know now why that actually happened. So I was wondering, why is Hyperliquid going so much down with everything else? So, and it was one bad actor again, an ex-employee of Hyperliquid. I guess he got a shit ton of tokens airdropped in the airdrop that everybody farmed, and that's how he managed, yeah, to have a really big position that he shorted with on Hyperliquid. That led to that we saw that sell off from I think around $30. Yeah, so here from like $27, $28. That whole move to the downside, that was one ex Hyperliquid employee. Wow, I have so much. I love the cats from my girlfriend to death, you know, so but these cat hairs in my face and in my eyes, they're a little bit annoying from time to time. So guys, let me know in the chat what other coins should I look at. So here, like Hyperliquid, if this on the 4-hourly chart, it looks not that bad actually from an indicator perspective. But what I don't like, let's see here, is here that rising wedge pattern. So you can technically argue ascending triangle, but it doesn't make it better because we come out of a downwards move here, and with a downwards move like that, it would mean that we get continuation to the downside. So with a target here of like $22, so another 10% down if we're not breaking out of this to the upside. So if we unexpectedly break it to the upside, then the target is $28. So but as you can see here, in between, honestly, I would not trade this here in between right now. I wait either for this to play out or for the rising wedge to break down, because it's either one of them, you know. But I think on the daily, it looks already like, oh, not a huge fan on the daily. See on the weekly. On the weekly, it's looking amazing for a trade. But I think maybe another 2-3 days. Another 2-3 days before I would, yeah, would be also the end of the pattern. 2-3 days. And then when we get a breakout, that would be where I would be personally interested. Guys, let me know in the chat which other coins do you want to see. If there's nothing else that you want to see, then I might be leaving again. But honestly, I'm bored. You know, I'm really bored. I'm completely alone in the house now for over a month already, you know, with 4 cats. I'm not going anywhere, you know, because I don't have money. Not a lot of money. So, yeah, so I'm basically here all the time in the house. I'm getting really, really bored. So, okay, let's have a look at Zay. But right now, Zay is a shitcoin, to be honest. Do I still have this on my list? Maybe even removed it from my list. I'm not sure. So it's not here anymore. Oh, wow. That thing went really to shit. crazy. This is crazy. But I was overall right with my W formation over here with the triple bottom earlier. So let's see. But the bull flag has not played out. So here, there is definitely. So I gonna admit that there is definitely a bigger move coming. So there's multiple ways that we need to look at this right now. And then also here, I think, let's see. Yeah, so yeah, even there could be made a case. So here on the daily, I'm not a huge fan of that, how that looks on the daily. Let me see here. Was that? Oh yeah. So look, this is almost at all-time lows. So which is maybe a good level to accumulate, you know. So when we touch here a 2-year-old bottom, and to be fair, I think it's going to reach that bottom here. It did reach it on the 10th of October. I think it's going to reach it again. So this might be a huge opportunity if you believe and say to buy it. So let's see on the weekly chart. On a weekly chart, it's massively oversold, massively oversold. Yeah, so it's crazy oversold, and the RSI is showing early signs of a turnaround. So if this weekly candle is not the bottoming candle, then it might be the following week, and that is where you want to accumulate and build a long position. So if you don't want to trade this on, if you don't want to leverage that, then just build a spot position. But I would build here a crazy ass long position with a setup like that. So because if that starts running, this will go straight to 18 cents from wherever it starts running on a weekly perspective, maybe in like a month or so. So, oh wow, thank you for that. Let's see. Canton Network, I don't know, but thank you for the $5. Appreciate that. I did not got here in a long time somebody spending money on me, so thank you for that. Start feeling like an OF girl, you know. If I get like $5, you know, this is like sub to my OF for $5, you know. So yeah, let me have a look at this. Why can I not? Hey, I want to like that. Okay, that. So let me see here. So Canton Net. Actually, I remember that I heard about Canton Network. Canton Network. What ticker is Canton Network? CC? That's okay. CC. CC. Oh wow, so many platforms already. Huh, interesting. So this just launched, at least in perpetuals. Let's see, what about spot? I'm sure it was first on Maxi. So they just launched here on the 10th. So on a weekly chart, definitely not enough data yet. Let's see on a 4-hourly chart what's going on here. Ah, come on. There we go. So currently sitting at a support level here on the 4-hourly chart, but not much follow through yet. So RSI is looking good. Let's see. There is a tiny, itsy bitsy bullish divergence. It's really small, and it has not played out yet, but it's really small, that bullish divergence. So I reckon once that divergence is playing out, get at least a move to like 9 cents maybe if you're lucky to 9.8 cents. Let's see, 9 cents. What is that? 9 cents is 8%, and then up here into resistance, it's like 17%. So honestly, I did not research that project at all, but I had seen it or heard of it before. So here, this is your trading range right now. So and also let's get to the middle. So here, this is your trading range for Canton. I would get definitely interested when it breaks above the mid-range here at 9 cents. Because then, with how the indicators are set up here, it definitely looks like that it will break out of that range and start running here into higher levels. So, let me see lower time frames. 15 minutes still coming down. Yeah, 12 hourly doesn't look bad. Daily looks bad. Daily looks like, if it would just go based on the daily, I think at least tomorrow could be still a down day before it then turns around after tomorrow. I definitely need to look into that project because I know that I've heard about this before. So let me see here, other coins. Is this Zen? Yeah, Zen. I can do Zen. And guys, smash up the like button. We're only 53 people here. We need to get more people on the stream here. So, Zen. I have a Zen chart. Where's my Zen chart? Over here. So I have actually also still a Zen trade running right now. So, but here, as you can see, you need to watch this downward sloping trend line. Most important trend line right now. When that trend line is broken here at $8, we're gonna keep pushing here also into the next resistance of like $8.83, $9.11, but there might be a bigger move coming, as you can see here. On the 4-hourly chart, indicators are massively aligning right now for a push to the upside. So this might be my next trade here that I'm gonna take live. So if you want to trade this, guys, I might be entering this right now. I just want to check here. 15 minutes says I need to wait. What says 5 minutes? 5 minutes says I could. But I also need to wait here a little bit more. So maybe in 10-15 minutes I might jump in here. Just need a little bit more. And I don't like how the 15 minutes is looking. 15 minutes is like horrible. 30 minutes also not good, but like the 4-hourly. There's definitely soon a push coming to like $8. Give it maybe another, yeah, I would not say an hour. It might be more than that. It might be more than an hour. 1.5, 2.5 hours, something like that. So I will be definitely still awake then to see that and take advantage of that. So, but I'm trigger happy here. I'm trigger happy sitting on the side, waiting to press the buttons here. So also, just saw that Monero is moving. Let's see here, Monero. Am I still there? Oh no, my camera shut down again. Annoying, really, really annoying. So here, see here, Monero 15 minutes chart is making a move now. Whoa. And then I'm gonna go over some other coins that you guys wanted. Just going back to this here quick. Yeah, so if this breaks $441, it will keep pushing here to like 450, 454, something like that. Let's see here, 30 minutes. Stochastic running out of steam, but the 1-hourly is just starting. Oh wow, just starting. So this is good. Also, the 4-hourly is looking good. Yeah, so now, yeah, see there we're starting already to move with continuation. Also tricky. Should we enter this now? Should we enter this now? Do I want to enter this? To be fair, if I give it a little bit of time, it does not look that horrible to me. Let's see. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing before we do that. On a 50 minutes chart. Ooh, Yeah, we should be careful here. We should be a little bit careful with Jane Street just around the corner to potentially nuking the market again. So don't want to get caught up in this. So I rather wait a little bit. So where's my chat window again? So here. So let's do SDX. So SDX in the past moved always with Bitcoin. Didn't look at this for a really long time. So SDX. Price action looks horrible. So this here, I don't like this here at all. When you see something like this, this means usually continuation to the downside. Really bad. Really, really bad. So if you're shorting this, if you're here in a short since 30 cents or something, you're definitely fine, you know. But otherwise, look at this. This is since here, since May, just going down from basically $1. We are at 24 cents, so this is like 75% only down. So then you have here that major resistance, that big resistance. Ah, come on. And then you have a secondary one all the way down here. So and here's how I would go about trades like this, because you find a lot of altcoins that are looking like this right now. Let me just adjust this here a little bit more. So like this, kinda ish. Do I like this? Yeah, I like this like that. So do I have this still open? So because I want to show you guys something. So let's see. Yeah. So here I want to show you something that you understand better how to trade stuff like this. Well, where did? Okay. So I'm gonna use my Miro bot for this. So I don't need this. So when you see something like this, not here. Then where was SDX? So SDX. So what you want to do when you have a trend line here, or multiple trend lines that are acting as resistance. So here the closest one. First of all, you need to wait that we are breaking here either a horizontal support level, resistance level, sorry. And this is currently sitting here. Or that downward sloping trend line. So here, of course, the horizontal resistance is way closer to us than the overhanging downward sloping resistance. So what you want to do is you want to enter here in a trade like this on the horizontal resistance. So let me put this in here. Horizontal resistance. So let's make this bigger. 32. Let's make this big. So horizontal resistance. So your horizontal resistance, you want to start once we are breaking this. Oh, come on, I had yesterday there. Broke. So then you go and put like 10% of your portfolio size. Sorry, trading size, not portfolio size, trading size in that. So that means the amount that you want to trade with, not more than that. Oh, what's happening here? My stream is stream frozen. So let me come back here, guys, with the camera. So there. So not more than 10% at that moment at the horizontal resistance. So then you have, of course, your dashed downwards trend resistance. So when when this breaks, you add another 25%. So, and at the same time, so here, there I would trade with like 3x, you know, 3x leverage. You add 25% here then, when the dash downwards trend line resistance gets broken. Now, you increase your leverage to 5x. So now you need to understand, you get part, so what you should do first is add switch to 5x leverage, then add the other 25%. That's how I would go about this. So after that, now we go back to the chart. You see that we have here above us a lot of room. We have here a lot of room before we reach here the macro downwards trending resistance. But you have other horizontal levels in between that are acting as resistance here. For example, 30 cents. Now, let's say price starts to move up here. Oh, come on, go back. Path. Price moves up here. On the retest of the 30 cent level, regardless of where we are falling here, on the reclaim or of the retest of 30 cents, this is where you can either increase your leverage or again add more position size. So here I would crank up more leverage once more at the next horizontal level. So where's my Miro board now? So let me see. So here. Yeah. So here broke. I need a different. Should take a different color. Broke here. There. Then next. Breaking next horizontal resistance. So here you add another 25% after you increase the 10x leverage. So I'm gonna show you now how you scale your trades. So now you got some of the money back from up here and from that trade. This time you keep that money on the side. You're not adding more back to the trade like you did. Come on. Like you did up here with these two. You're not doing this again. Now you wait. Then, when we break here 30 cents and we move higher, you take the next horizontal level. That is acting as resistance. So here around 34 cents, 0.8. And this works with all coins, guys. You know, it works with every single coin. Doesn't matter which coin you are using for this. So now, when we approach that level, you do the same thing again. And here at the retest, once you broke above that level, on the retest, that is where you add now all the money. Only there you add all the money that you got back from these two positions earlier, when you started to scale this one here. So now you scale again. Next horizontal resistance, you add another 25%, and the money that you got back from these two trades, you add this also back into that trade. So now you should be sitting in total with like 75% of the total position size that you want to trade with. You don't need to increase leverage anymore. You had 10x leverage, but your average entry will be tremendously low. You know, so it will be amazing once you do this. So, and you have now another 25% left in that overall trade that you can add on smaller dips along the way. For example, on a rejection here from that trend line, you know, we get rejected and then we break. So here on this rejection, you can add this for the continuation. So, but your entry at that time, your entry will be somewhere here when we get up here. Maybe even under 30 cents, but I think it will be somewhere here in between that range. So, and there's a lot of altcoins that are setting up in the same way right now, like here, SDX. Some will keep falling lower. Some of them will start breaking their overhead resistance that they are facing. So now let's see here. Let's have a look at Sonic. Sonic looks also horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I cannot find any other word for that. Yeah. Crazy. This, when it was FTM, it was doing so well. It was doing so well, and now it's going completely to shit here. Yeah. This is really bad. But on the other hand, I would be not surprised. So here, look, this is also sitting at a crucial support, downward sloping support level. I would be not surprised if that is one of the coins that would run again really hard when things turn really bullish. Because don't forget, this was running bullish here, you know, from like April. From that low here, it was really, really bullish, running up here to 34 cents from 15 cents. So over 100% move in, April, within 6 weeks. So don't underestimate how fast Sonic can move, even though it's like so much down, you know. So honestly, that might be a really good long-term opportunity to buy at these levels and to keep dollar cost averaging. But on a daily, I would honestly not buy this right now. On a weekly, yes. From a weekly perspective, I would buy this. This is like one of the coins that I would hold into the next bull run, honestly, and then sell it in the next bull run, because there it might pull crazy numbers, you know, and it might also lead to that you're never gonna see these low prices here, yeah, ever again in the near future, you know. So once this starts to turn around here on the weekly chart, it's game over, and this is at least gonna run back to like 24 cents or something. So it's like, for me, that would be like an easy 3-4x here to the upside. Hyperliquid, I did Hyperliquid earlier. Yeah, I have to go back in the stream, but I did talk about Hyperliquid earlier. 47 minutes already. 47 minutes I'm here. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Where's my Bitcoin chart? Let's see. Oh, Bitcoin turning around. So I guess that some of my other stuff is also turning then. Let's see here. Oh yeah, see, I had a feeling that this is gonna happen. Yeah, I'm on the fence if I should jump in here. Let's see a 1 minute chart. So yeah, on the fence. So here, that whole area is definitely telling me that we are getting continuation here sooner or later into higher levels again. So let's see if we can find, oh wait, actually, let's have a look at that. Where was it? Just saw it. Not Zcash. Actually, Zcash, we can also have a quick look. Oh, this looks also, that starts also to look really good. At least from an indicator perspective. But here, downward sloping trend. Break the trend, and I might be trading this. Yeah. Yeah, that does not look too shabby here across the board. So where's that other, where did this go now? I saw it. Dash. I saw a dash. I wanted to, here, that dash. Let's see. Let's see. 1 hourly and 4 hourly looking good. Let's see, what can we do with dash here? Short term, nah, don't think so. Let's see. Let's see. Whoa. Yeah. No. Definitely not. Yeah, $44 short term. The problem is, you know, many of these coins, they have all these crazy downtrends right now that we need to break across the board. It does not matter which chart I open. It looks everywhere the same. Everywhere. Every single one. Let's see. Yeah, it really does not matter what you're looking at. There's also no real indication of like a massive pattern going on, you know. So you have here, okay, you have that bigger falling wedge pattern here, but you cannot even make out other chart patterns right now. It's all really, yeah, strange how the market is moving currently. Yeah, Bitcoin does not want to break here the 50 moving average on the 15 minutes chart, but I think there's momentum building right now to go here higher. Yeah, so I think, yeah, we have 13 minutes to market opening. Let me see here. What did I license free? So let's see here. Accept. Oh no. Let me check here something quick, guys. Just 1 second. Too bad, too bad. I cannot do what I wanted to do here. Okay. Was trying something. But it doesn't work as I would like. Oh, what's happening here? Ethereum just dropped a little bit. So nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. So any other coins, guys? Any other coins that should go over here while you have me? So... let me know in the chat, guys. Some other coins that I should go over. That's another reason why this is what it is. So I'll go back to my... oh wow, that starts moving. Okay. Okay, you got me. Could have been already way more up than what I am, but okay, I'll take it. So 48, 5. Yeah, should be okay. 730. How is this still 730? Huh. Strange. Okay. Okay, I'm trading Monero. I'm in a Monero trade right now. Because honestly, this looks all good to me. You know, like for hourly, if this is not massively moving down. Let's see. Definitely Panda is something what we can do. So let's do Pandal. Let's see. Soon. Yeah, come on. So just for full transparency here, so I'm in a Monero trade with 10x leverage right now, but I'm just targeting 1% to the upside. I'm fine. If that moves at 1%, I'm out. It's for me enough. So let me see here. Pendle. Long term, that's definitely also a good project. I will not disregard this. 4 hourly bottoming out. Daily not looking good. Weekly also another week or two. So on the 4 hourly, this, I don't know why this is dropping so hard. So it's basically filling. Oh wow, and there I start to make money already. Nice. It's filling that wick here. It would definitely go to $1.64 to fill that wick down here. And also just in an overall massive downtrend. So here, this is exactly what I mean. You know, you can everywhere draw these trend lines. Everywhere. They're everywhere, these trend lines. Without exception. Everywhere. There. So here I would potentially draw this like from here. Yeah. So here, downward sloping trend, yeah, channel more or less. Can even argue. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I actually need this. Yeah, here the bottom is $1.64. You know, so it will touch this before you get a bounce from there. So I would maybe take my chances here and long this from there, from $1.64, because this should be strong support and push it back to the upside. But I think that was the daily. Yeah, the daily is not looking good. The daily is not looking good. And on the weekly, like I said, I think there's another week or two where this moves down before it properly turns around and forms a bottom here on the other time frames. So 57 minutes. I think I still gonna stay here a couple minutes. So guys, more coins. If you want something else, or if you want me to explain something, I can also do that. You know, instead of going over a chart, if you want something properly explained, I can also do that. Again, I'm bored like crazy. You know, I might order some food. Actually, just thinking what do I want to eat? What's going on here? So 53 people here. Good guys, good. Smash up the like button. So let's see a P2. Yeah, so that question, where do I see Bitcoin in 5 days? Hard to say. Did not want to ignore that question. It's really hard to say where I see Bitcoin. Based on just pure indicators, I would say Bitcoin will be close to $90,000 somewhere. So 5 days here. Wait, did we not have a pattern here somewhere? The rising wedge pattern, what was it, not something else? I think he was somewhere something else that was also playing out. But it definitely looks like that Bitcoin will be higher than where it is now, like closer, like I said, $90,000, closer to $90,000 in 5 days. That's what I reckon. VSN, I've never heard about VSN. What is VSN? Actually, I like to have here my Monero chart to see what's happening. Let's see what VSN is. VSN. Vision. Is there leverage on it? Oh, only on BingX. I'm not, or no, not even on Binance. Yeah, I'm definitely not trading this on fucking BingX. So let's see here. Crazy is in some exchanges, but not everywhere. So I'm gonna look this here on BitUnix. Let's have a look on BitUnix. No idea what this coin is doing, but looks to me like it's forming a bottom here. So here I would risk it. I would risk it. If it breaks here 8 cents 6, I would enter this, because that was here forming a nice bullish divergence. Here RSI down, price up, and this has not played out yet, that bullish divergence. So on the RSI it's about to play out, but price has not caught up to this yet. So you might be you can front run potentially that move here on the daily chart. So maybe tomorrow it's popping to play out that bullish divergence, and it will go to like $9 cents 7, maybe even 10 cents. So once it breaks here 8 cents and 6, so you're gonna see a nice move to the upside. So but here's definitely some strong resistance up here. So and here, see, there's an ascending triangle, and potentially at the same time also a big W pattern. So both have the same target. So the target is 12 cents and 8 if we break above 10 cents roughly. So but this is actually not looking bad on the daily. Let's see lower time frames. 4 hourly looks also good. 12 hourly doesn't look good. But yeah, otherwise it's definitely looking not that bad. Let's see here. Ugh, I don't like that. So let's see here. Let's see, forecast. Whoa, interest rates not going up too much. No, interest rates are fine. There's no issue with interest rates, in my opinion. Now my camera turned off again. Guys, I have to go quick to the bathroom, but then I will be coming back here. So just give me a second. I will be back here in a moment. And let me switch this here up to what? So 1 second. 1 second, I'm still here. Oh, there, I see what you mean. Forecast. Oh no, GDP is good. US GDP is coming in hot. So I just saw that. So this is a good thing. It's a good thing. So again, I'm coming back here in a second. 1 moment. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, guys. So you see, it was just a second. Luckily, I have here a bathroom in my office, so I'm always quick with stuff like that. Even before I do shows, I have to run in between. So let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm still in my Monero trade here. When my camera cooled down in like 10 minutes, I'm gonna turn it on again, because then it will be fine again for a little bit. So, but yeah, what I forgot who said this with the GDP. GDP is actually good that we see GDP growth while interest rates are coming down. So it's a good thing. So if you see growth, that means there will be more liquidity available. that will get injected into the markets. So let's see here. Also, guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter yet, it would be also nice if you follow me there. AMCrypto Alex is my handle there. If you want to follow me there, because I'm also going to put out more content again on Twitter. I have neglected that for a while, and I want to push more content out there. And I might do a Discord again. It's just I hate Discord personally. You know, I'm not a huge fan of that, but I have to use it now for other purposes too. So I'm like, okay, why not? Why not? Why should I not go and have like a proper Discord again? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, New York market open. Yeah, I know. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Still getting rejected from the 50 moving average. Not good, not good. I need this. I need a reclaim here of the 50 moving average. $87,700 is what I need. Definitely gonna need that. So let's see. And another Bitcoin high. Let's see. Depends on how high Bitcoin would be, you know. So another Bitcoin high, Bitcoin would go like, let's say, Bitcoin goes to, let's say it goes to $103,000. What many people are calling, you know, that we're gonna see that before end of the year, which I start to doubt that we go that high before the end of the year. I see more like 94, 95, like as a possible target. So, but let's say we would go to 103, 104. There I would sell something, you know, a little bit, but I would not put this the money then into my bank account. I would use it to buy back when we hit the real bear market. So that was money that I would put aside to buy the bottom in the next bear market, which might be around $30,000 to $40,000. Yeah, between $30,000 and $40,000, the next bear market bottom. That's what I would do. What is this? Okay, so anything else, guys? Let me know. And shit, when did I say that I turn off the camera or turn it back on? This was not, I know this kind of did not even close yet. Okay, so it's another 5 minutes before I can turn it back on. Another 5 minutes. Maybe in the meantime I figure out what I want to eat. But guys, keep pushing stuff into the chat. What you want to go me over. What topics I should go over. Again, I can also explain stuff. You know, it doesn't have to be that I go over a chart. If you want me something in particular to explain to you guys how something works, if I know how it works, because there is still stuff that I don't know, like options or something. Don't come with like option stuff. I have no clue about options. So let's see. Come on, push. Okay. This. So, still figuring out what I want to eat. Pippin is a meme coin, isn't it? I'm not looking at meme coins. And I think Custer also went to shit. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Custer is looking really bad. Oh wow, on WEEX you can trade this on leverage. I might short this here. Oh, okay, I'm already too late to the party to short this here on a daily. too bad. Oh wow, I was actually doing not that bad on launch. Wait, what was here? Also in July. Okay, let's look here. That was listed on BYBIT first, because I was there when it was launched on the launch party. Look at this. Unless you're using the Custer app and the Custer card, look at this here. This is like already since January 23 in a reaccumulation phase. You know, I don't think that this will ever get out of that. So here, look at this. The price was never that low. So if you can short this, I would short this. You know, on weeks you can actually short this. So, but now, because it went already so extensively to the downside, I would not risk it. You know, so but yeah, maybe on 2x leverage. No, not even on 2x leverage. On 1x, maybe on 1x leverage I would risk it. But let's see on the weekly chart. Yeah, there might be a small rally coming. But I would not expect that this goes ever back to like $1, you know. So if you are lucky, it goes back to like maybe 3-4 cents, something like that. So of course, if you bought here at current prices, amazing. You know, you're gonna make here a good chunk of money. But also, you cannot trade this with size, you know. So if I would still have like all the money that I put, all the coins that I had in Custer, I would be not able to sell that without crashing the chart, you know. So this would go under a cent if I would sell what I had, because the day that it launched, I had $7 million worth of Custer, but that was like at $1. Yeah, it was like at $1.30 something when I had like $7 million worth of Custer. So now we are like 100 times below that. So I would have like 70,000 now, you know. But even $70,000, if you drop this now on this chart, it's gonna nuke, you know. It goes like sub 1 cent immediately. So, come on, Monero, go up. I need you to go a little bit more up here. Yeah, XRP is something that I can do, definitely. Let's see, hourly chart. Come on, I don't need much. Just need here move into the next resistance. Then I'm out. So XRP, let me get here XRP. XRP was doing well over the last couple of days, but now it's nuking again. Let's see, 4 hourly chart, not looking good. Daily, not looking good. That looks to me like, see that rounding top? This is never a good sign when you see something like this. Always really bad. Really bad when you see this. So here, break a little bit below current price, $1.86, and you get another retest of these lows here. To like $1.82, $1.80. That's where it will come down to. So at the same time, let me see on 1 hourly chart. No, not there. Yeah, it will complete a W pattern. Here, path. So here, there's your W pattern. Maybe something like this. There. So there you have your W pattern. Yeah. So it would definitely come here a little bit lower before it starts moving up. So, but like around $1.85 down to like $1.82, that's where I would start building a position to trade this back to the upside. Because on a weekly chart, I think it's also there overextended. Yeah, here massively oversold, and the RSI slightly already turning around. So also here, give it another week or two. This is what I said all the time, guys. You know, I said between December and January, altcoins will start to turn around. So, and you're gonna see that now soon happening. So we're like a week away from the new year, and because most of the altcoins, if not all, they look on a weekly chart the same. You know, they look all the same. Here on the MACD, they're all losing momentum on the sell side. The stochastic is flatlining in oversold conditions. The RSI is in oversold conditions, but already turning slightly around. You can see it like an itsy bitsy bit. If I zoom in here and go a little bit down, you see here how this makes here a slight turn like this. So in like the next 2 weekly candles, you're gonna see here that proper turn, and that will mark then the bottom, you know, on the weekly chart, from where we're gonna turn around. So let's see here. I think I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna leave. I'm not sure what I want. It's always the problem, you know. So when you're getting hungry and then you're like, what should I eat? Oh, this is also bad. Oh wow, that's a nice move. So let me turn the camera back on. So, whoa, too much cat hair in the wheels of my chair already. I cannot move my chair anymore. Oh wow, now I need to really push it. This, okay. So I'm back. Now you can see me, guys, again. Come on, turn on. Am I here back? Yeah, no, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, so any other coins, guys? Any other coins? Last call, roll call. Or anything that I should explain? Can be also personal stuff if you want. I don't really care, you know, at all. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to eat. Definitely don't want to eat that. I had yesterday this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, VeChain is right now a shitcoin. Not saying cannot like pull like 100-200% move, you know, but would be not interested right now. Fuck. I want to eat something healthy, but also something that tastes good. So which is hard, you know. It's hard to get both. Oh, if I do that, that's really bad. I had earlier some Russian food already. FVGs is easy to find FVGs. This is so easy. So I'm gonna explain it here. So you usually find them on a 15 minutes chart. So but I like to mark them out on a 4-hourly chart, and then you go from there. And then you go into lower levels. So here, there is, for example, so easy. Here, there is an FVG. So, and for people that don't know what this means, that means fair value gap. So a fair value gap is something where the order book is unbalanced. So because you had here rapid price expansion to the upside or to the downside, where price had not enough time to fill orders here in these gaps, and then these gaps are left behind, and that then these gaps in the order book needs to get filled at some point. So that means price is returning to fill them, and then you have either a swing failure pattern happening where price is then turning around because it's then a swing failure pattern, or the swing failure pattern gets invalidated and price just keeps pushing higher. So here you have, for example, now on Monero 2, all the way up here to like $449, and then above that from $453 to $549. So how do you find them? You have in the previous candle a wick, and then you have the impulse candle, which is either going to the downside or to the upside, and then here in this case, of course, it goes to the downside, and then the next wick of the next candle, that marks then the bottom of that fair value gap. So in between that first candle with that wick and the third candle with the wick, there in between, that's your fair value gap that you're looking for. So then if you want to trade a fair value gap, you usually go to a 15-minute time frame to find a better entry. So but when you look at this here already, look here how accurate that was drawn. You know, so here yesterday we retested the lower end of the fair value gap. We're not able to break into this to close it. And also here. See? So now if you want to trade a fair value gap, you would, there's two ways how you can trade this. Either you wait for a pullback into support here at $440, or you wait for a break of $445, and then you yeah, have like a 1% move here to the upside. So but once this here gets filled, there's a high probability that the one that's just above this one here gets also filled. So and then you are talking about like a 4% move here to the upside. These fair value gaps, they're not all the time like huge, but that's why people in Forex trade them with like massive leverage. You know, they trade them with like 500x leverage, like a 0.2% fair value gap, so that they make like 10% on that whole move, you know, or like 100% on that whole move. It's like insane leverage that these people use. And you can actually use like, is it 500 on WEEX? It's like 150 at least. I think on Bitcoin you can use 500, if I'm not mistaken. Can I? Yeah, 400 on WEEX. You can use 400 on WEEX. So if you want to hunt fair value gaps, you can do this on WEEX with Bitcoin. So and there's like always in the chart somewhere a fair value gap that you can find. So on both sides, you know. So and there's actually also a trading view indicator. I store what I sell in Bitcoin and USDT. If I'm really unlucky for Christmas, I'm gonna be here. So I was supposed to be somewhere else, but if I'm really unlucky, I might be here. So which I'm not really happy about, again, because I'm alone. You know, I'm in Thailand, I'm alone here right now, you know, with 4 cats. So I'm technically not alone, I have 4 cats that are with me. But other than that, I'm pretty much alone. And I've actually one of them sleeping right down here. Let me actually take a picture and I can show you guys. So funny. So yeah, wait. Let me switch. Yeah. Whoop. Sleeping at the wall right now and hanging out while I'm streaming. So let me see some other questions. Okay, so I answered that. Yeah, guys, I think it's time for me to go. I was here now an hour 23. Yeah, not maybe the longest live stream that I no, I think it's the second longest that I ever did. Thought like maybe I'm gonna hang around here for like, I don't know, like 2-3 hours, maybe longer, but not that many people here. Not that I not appreciate who is here, you know, but I would have liked a little bit more people to have a little bit more activity in the chat, you know, that we have a little bit more of a back and forth here. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat, and then I do something else. Still a lot of stuff to do actually, but guys, still regardless, I will be back definitely tomorrow. Thank you so much for everybody that was actually hanging out here all the time, and you know the drill, guys. Smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again on Christmas tomorrow.